Rouse's Kids, I'm Katie, and in the month of August, we're learning about how God gives us training for His mission. This week's big idea is God protects us wherever we go. Check out this video that tells us about Joseph and how God protected him.
God protects us wherever we go. Joseph. Joseph's dad sent him to find his brothers and see how they were doing with the flocks. They saw him a long way off, and before he reached them, they made plans to kill him. "Here comes that dreamer," they said to one another. "Come on, let's kill him. Let's throw him into one of these empty wells. Let's say that a wild animal ate him up. Then we'll see whether his dreams come true." Reuben heard them and tried to save Joseph from them. "Let's not take his life," he said. "Let's not spill any blood. Throw him in this empty well here in the desert, but don't harm him yourselves." Reuben said that to save Joseph from them. He was hoping he could take him back to his father. When Joseph came to his brothers, he was wearing his beautiful robe. They took it away from him and they threw him into an empty well. Then they sat down and ate their meal. As they did, they saw some Ishmaelite traders coming from Gilead. Their camels were loaded with spices, lotion, and myrrh. They were on their way to take them down to Egypt. Judah said to his brothers, "What will we gain if we kill our brother and cover up what we've done? Let's sell him to these traders. Let's not harm him ourselves. After all, he's our brother. He's our own flesh and blood." Judah's brothers agreed with him. The traders from Midian came by, and Joseph's brothers pulled him out of the well. They sold him to the Ishmaelite traders for 8 ounces of silver. Then the traders took him to Egypt. Later, Reuben came back to the empty well, and he saw that Joseph wasn't there. He was so upset that he tore his clothes. He went back to his brothers and said, "The boy isn't here. Now what should I do?" Then they got Joseph's beautiful robe. They killed a goat and dipped the robe in blood. They took it back to their father. They said, "We found this. Take a look at it. See if it's your son's robe." Jacob recognized it. He said, "That's my son's robe. A wild animal has eaten him up. Joseph must have been torn to pieces." Jacob tore his clothes. He put on black clothes and sobbed over his son for many days. All of Jacob's other sons and daughters came to comfort him, but they weren't able to. He said, "I'll be full of sorrow when I go down into the grave." But the traders from Midian sold Joseph to Potiphar in Egypt. Potiphar was one of Pharaoh's officials. He was the captain of the palace guard. The end.
Joseph went through something really scary. He was sold by his brothers and sent away, and he didn't know what was going to happen. But Joseph trusted God, and God protected him. When Joseph was sold, he was being sent out with a purpose by God. God has a plan for all of us, and He will guide us. We just have to trust Him. It doesn't matter where we are or where we go, God will always be there protecting us. He even sent His one and only Son down to live for us and die for us on the cross to save us from our sins, so that when we believe in Him, we can live with Him forever in heaven. If you're ever going through something tough or maybe even scary, just remember that God is with you and protecting you. And when you feel scared, you can always talk to God through prayer, and He will always be listening. So don't forget, today's big idea is God protects us wherever we go. Bye.